They're so easy on the eyes. That's what I really like. And the cheesiest line, of course, when you look at their film.
Just so you know, he said this to everyone I've come on the show with.
Everyone you've come on the show with. So she's a common denominator.
Basically, she's helping the other one.
Baar Baar dekhne ka man karta hai. Katrina, you so hot. Thank you so much for joining me on the show.
No, I want a better introduction. Do it again.
She's literally the most hardworking. So now let me say all the truth. Yeah. So I've known so many assistant directors that have worked with her say that there is nobody who works harder than her. She comes in, she puts in 4 times the amount of effort as far as dance, acting, everything is concerned. She's a perfectionist to the core. And of course, now she's become one of the biggest stars, one of the richest people that there is on this planet. And of course, one of the hottest ladies that there is, who now has a fantastic chef as well at home. So thank you so much for joining me.
I'm
the hottest lady that there is.
I'm just not feeling this intro. I'm not feeling
this. You guys do know each other from before?
Yeah,
yes,
we do.
It took about 5 minutes before that.
Yes.
And this man has a very large following, this classy following. And the two of them have got to know each other really well in the last 1 month of traveling and doing shows. Sidharth, thanks so much for joining me.
First of all, we've been traveling for 2 weeks, not 1 month.
But you all have been working together for a very long time and rehearsing. You know, thanks to social media, everyone knows what you all are doing these days.
I know, exactly.
And it's so good to see you, even for 2 minutes in a plane.
Yeah.
So it's really nice. How are you feeling being out there for the world to sample?
First of all, I'm hardly out there. It's just like a tiny little baby step.
The breadcrumbs are enough.
The breadcrumbs. I'm getting so many complaints that it's not enough. And I realize it's never enough. Yeah.
So,
you're saying they're not, you say,
so are we going to get enough
candid stuff?
Oh, like that?
Yeah.
No,
that's good, right? They're wanting more, which is good.
You see, the allure of a star, like in the olden days, like Rajesh Khanna, you had to wait till he came out of the door.
Yeah.
So that's why we have to wait for a film to come out.
Can I tell you something? I honestly think that the world is going to, in 3 or 4 years, I think the world is going to stop using mobile phones.
Stop using?
Yeah, because I think it's going to reach such an epic level that we don't even interact in the moment, and we're not even in the moment.
Happening in the shows. They went for these shows. Yeah. People have come live.
And they're taking it.
Sir, we are screaming our things, we're performing. Yeah. And they're like this.
I have to show you a picture. It's the most amazing picture you've ever seen.
Yes, I know of an old lady who's looking at an event and everyone else is taking a photograph. That went viral. No? Okay, so
before you say anything, he's finished it for you. Yeah.
But
it was in one of the shows. 10,000 people in the stadium, and I think at least 9,998 had their phone in their hand in that picture, and not in their hand like this. Their phone in their hand like that. Like it's a nice thing. I mean, it's wonderful. It's sweet and it's beautiful. They want to capture that moment, but I think it's making us as people forget to live in the moment. We get to a party and everyone's thinking about is, okay guys, let's take a picture, we need to post it on social, and they're not wrong. They do. They need to because everyone else is doing it. They need to be relevant. But I'm like, guys, we haven't even come here, we haven't even started having a good time, and everyone's already stressed about the picture. And then you got to check the picture, and then we got to put a filter on the picture, and then we have to check the angle.
Get pictures approved by her, by the way.
Yeah, for me,
really?
I'm not okay. It's very difficult to get pictures approved by Adi. That was a surprising thing.
Aditya Roy Kapoor.
So all of us are like,
Adi did get some odd posts.
He does tend to get the bad angle.
He always got a bad angle, actually.
So Alia's fine, Pariniti's fine, I'm normally fine because I'm somewhere, I figured out what it is. It's the person who's made to hold the phone, they get the raw end of the angle.
Yeah.
And either Adi or Sid Either Adi or Sid, because they have long arms and they're tall boys, they're made to hold the phone. He was actually pretty okay.
So tell me now that you've got to know all of them closely.
Huh?
So all those lovely things that I said about her, they're all true, right? So
what lovely things that I have a chef at home?
No,
I have a chef at home. Yeah, lovely.
But I said,
super.
लोग Katrina Kaif को इतना credit नहीं देते हैं जितना वो effort डालती हैं, right? Because she makes it look very easy.
Definitely.
Now she's looked this hot since the time people have seen her on screen, but there's a lot of effort that goes into a lot of work behind. So the work ethic that you saw of her, she's very, very savvy as well, right?
Basically, what he's trying to say is, I'm not natural.
No.
Not naturally attractive.
Don't look at her.
Like she has to work really hard and put lots of makeup and put lots of stuff on her hair and put lots of nice
Listen,
things.
I'm one of the only people who always brings up the brilliant performance in New York. In Sarkar, in that one scene, Ram Gopal Verma told me that this girl is the real deal when you did that one scene over there. And I always bring that up with you.
Oh, did he? That's quite nice of him. I didn't know that.
And I have to keep repeating myself because I see only once a year. And then we have to have this little conversation again.
But you see me more than most people, I think, right? Or do you see other people more?
I see Akshay Kumar the most.
That's a good one. That's a good
Yeah,
one.
maximum. Nobody can beat him.
That's a good one.
The Instagram is, oh my God, Akshay
Sir,
again.
kal hi aa raha hai.
Okay, so this film, the two of you coming together, she's, I expected her to be more reserved in the promo. She's really looking in the moment, and I love the surprising bit of that. You know, I didn't expect her to be so taking the bull by its horns, let's put it that way, in this promo. Were you also taken aback when you were acting with that point of time? Was she all that you expected Katrina Kaif to be?
Caffeine. It's
Yeah,
called
which is now
caffeine.
lack of water. I think they're taking out no salt and everything else. No, I think jokes apart, I think we broke the ice in our workshops. The first time we met together or tried to perform together was in an empty studio with Nitya and one more.
Atul.
Atul, sorry, I forgot his name. Nitya and Atul. And just doing random things. Like I remember the first time we sat across each other on the floor and I say eye contact and just stare at each other.
Wow. And who broke, started laughing
He
first?
did.
No, please,
Yeah.
please. I held it.
You got a poker
It
face,
was
huh?
probably
Poker face.
No, it was me.
Yeah, it was you?
Sure. She's getting distracted again and again.
Really, because you're so incredibly
Just,
gorgeous.
I don't know, just my
Exactly.
eyes.
He's a good-looking
Something
boy,
within
isn't
my
he?
eyes, yeah.
You've had actually some really good-looking men that you worked with, yeah?
Yeah.
You get the best, the lot. You know,
The
it's like a
creme de la
lot.
creme.
Creme de la
Always.
creme.
Always.
But it
Gotta be.
works.
How does it feel?
How does it feel
Yeah.
to work with such good-looking boys?
Yeah, Katrina.
Actually, let's ask you,
feels
how does it feel to
great.
actually be with her?
Great, feels
Yeah.
great. I actually said I've had a big crush on her.
Yeah.
Before she came on our first day of shoot, also as Student of the Year.
Yeah.
She was there in Radha when I was messing up and mugging up, and when she's been, just hi, best of luck, and you're just like excited also, but you're so nervous about the shoot.
And you're kind of like, can you get off my set, please?
Yeah, you're kind of like, I'm like, not now kind of thing.
I'm one of those people. I just hate visitors on set. And I think everyone does, but they just don't want to say it.
No, I won't say hate it. I
Unless
was
you're
just-
chilling.
it's
Unless
a-
it's like a chill day.
It was a very exciting event, exciting day that I couldn't enjoy, and it's very surreal that now today we're working together after 4 years and doing a film.
But I forgot about that day. I remembered it after.
Yeah, she
He
forgot.
reminded me today.
And what was your first impression of Sidharth? This tall boy, first of all, is matching you in height at least, for sure. So when he walks on and when you're doing
I
your
thought that we would
workshops-
get married one day.
Lovely.
That's the promo.
Look
for you.
at him.
Yeah.
Okay, now, otherwise, what do you think about him when you first met him?
I really thought we would get married one day.
Okay, so
Apart from that,
we
I
can
thought
still
he's
work
quite-
on
I
that.
thought
I'll
he's
still
tall.
work on that.
I thought he's tall,
Yeah.
which was unusual. And I thought he looked little. No, I mean he's a little extra tall. Like,
Yeah.
and I thought that I thought he has an accent, which he doesn't agree with me. And I still feel he has an accent.
Katrina, you're saying that he has an accent?
Yeah, even though he's from Delhi, and I still feel that he speaks like
I think
he's.
she's not interacting with Delhi boys.
I have lots actually.
He's a Delhi boy.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
a Delhi
see now
boy.
he
You think
doesn't
he has-
sound like he has an accent.
I have an accent-free voice.
Like I think he's pretending.
I sound like I have an accent.
I think actually like he's gone to like Harvard or something like that, and he's just pretending that he's.
I
from
think you're a
Delhi.
bully.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because you're the
a defense mechanism.
senior star.
I'm a big bully.
Yeah, you are,
I
right?
don't deny it.
And her sense of humor, it's a little cutting in the beginning, right? Did you?
Very, it takes a while.
Not in
takes
the
a while.
beginning, in the end also it's still catchy.
So whenever big promo comes out, there's this pressure to like the promo.
That is true.
But I actually liked it otherwise also. Thank you so much for joining me on the show. Let's at least shake hands nicely.
Let's shake hands.
Very well
Thank
done.
you.
The best reaction
Full
that you
marks.
received from your...
तुम्हें check मिल जाएगा.
Check तो वैसे भी मिलेगा, sir. But वैसे बताए, oh, by the way, I have to say, how does it feel that Student of the Year 2 is being made, yeah?
Oh wow, feels great.
You feel like a veteran now.
I feel like suddenly Karan's aged us. कि part 2 और हम लोग नहीं उसमें young kids
Actually,
type
if there
आ
had been younger kids, it would have been embarrassing, but now there's Tiger in it, so it's okay.
It's okay,
The
exactly.
same
Fair
age
enough,
group,
yeah,
yes, it works.
yeah.
But do you really feel now, it's been a while, man?
Yeah, it's been a while. I know. We all started together. He was there in our promotion.
The very first college that we took them in, I made him take his shirt off.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Showing our stomach and abs.
Is there something
And
you
I
want to
still
tell
did
us?
that recently also in
something you
our
wanna
US
tell
tour.
us?
So then I think it carried forward.
Yeah, but in the US,
That's
all of
right.
you all were taking your clothes off all the time.
Everyone.
Exactly.
This was actually a very scandalous show. The
Yeah, but
Dream
see,
Team
by the
was a
first
scandalous
show we were all sussing out, dance कर रहे हैं.
First of all,
Second में वेला यार.
everyone's, all the boys means clothes are coming off. I'm like, are you taking off your, so one by one, are you taking off your shirt? No, I'm wearing just, my vest is open.
correct.
Are you taking off your shirt? No, I'm just unbuttoning 2 buttons. Are you taking off your shirt?
By
No,
the
I'm just
second
wearing like a see-through top. But all of
the
a sudden,
jackets are
cut
off.
to I'm backstage.
Second.
And all of a sudden, one by one, I'm seeing Aditya, Nanga, Sidharth, no clothes.
Adinanga.
Varun, naked. I'm like, what is happening? What? And then I'm coming wearing a short choli because of the nature of
Also,
my songs.
your six-pack.
And then we're standing,
Your
all the
midriff.
boys and me standing backstage talking about the abs and going like this and going like this. And I'm like, for a moment, this is just not right.
That's why they
It's not
sold
right.
20,000
Exactly.
sellouts
Listen,
every single show.
जो दिखता
Now
है
you know
दिखता
what
है,
I'm talking
yeah.
about.
You're just adding more seats and tickets.
Yeah.
Okay, so
So everyone started out with a lot of
Very dignified
very
thing. yeah,
dignified and
body,
ended up
just
really
unzipped a little bit, showing chest and all that thing.
2 buttons.
second time we were like
in the
going
group
out.
of people, who's like the rowdy one, who always wants to do something and go out somewhere and go out eating?
In the US tour?
Yeah?
Well, eating out, though, I think we
Eating
hardly
out-
had any time.
Eating out, no one had time for
Yeah,
most of us for
we were only
dieting, but Aniti's
sleeping
quite supportive of us exploring the local cuisines.
Yes, but he was very excited about it.
But honestly, most of us were on a fairly strict diet.
Me and Adi were dying to get one. piece of
Every
meat.
time our plane is landing, so we were on a charter, okay?
Right.
So every time our plane took off was fine, flew was fine, landing, Adi and Sid, should we get a steak, guys?
We should get some
We had
meat. Huh?
steak?
We should get some meat, bro. And then we
Every
never ended up getting any meat.
So actually, he's a very good mimic. I remember you mimicking Akshay Kumar the last time. You actually have mimicked a little bit of Aditya Roy Kapoor also, right? But mimic Katrina for me on the set. Baar Baar Dekho, when she has to do a scene that she's not very happy with.
You'd
depends.
need some more
Katrina's very
space.
difficult.
By the way,
you need about 5
he's
shots.
mimicked you as well. I have it on
When
record.
was this?
This was the last time when
Don't lie.
yes, I have it on when he's actually done a little bit
He
of
would-
how you would
He would
how
need
you
5
disagree with something.
He would need 5 shots of caffeine. He would need a little more space.
Lack
and he
of
would
water.
and he would need some bouncing
Only
shoes.
fish.
He
So
needs some
why lack of
bouncing
water?
shoes.
She doesn't drink water or what?
On certain days and everything. And she
No,
has
no, I
this-
drink water.
think
No,
it
no,
depends.
don't mislead people because then they'll go trying it and they'll be like, but she
joking.
said. What's
But actually,
happened?
Katrina is recently on set, which I realized on certain days when she had to, when we had a, say, a very
Emotional.
emotional scene where we're not talking to each other, and this is me coming around, short time like, what's up, kya ho raha hai? Tapping around, Katrina like this. I said,
In
I said,
character.
"Fuck, something wrong. It took me 5 minutes to realize that she's actually concentrating on the scene and not actually being upset with me.
You were taking it lightly. You don't think that she
I
does
was,
something
yeah,
like that.
I was like,
Ah, dude.
no, I wasn't taking it lightly.
There
I was
you go.
like, there was half an hour, then
Underestimating.
thoda mere bhi jaga, I also focused and I also went on the side and I was just staring at something. I had no clue what I was doing. Then I got bored of that also. Then I was like, nahi yaar, I was half
I'll go find someone else to talk
Yes.
to.
You come from brothers, and you know, I was disappointed that film didn't do well. You put a lot of hard work into it,
yeah.
and this film isn't hard per se to shoot. You know, although you're going back and forth, and I know that it's been put together very well.
Actually, it was a very hard film to shoot.
Really?
Yeah, I
It's a
feel
very
emotionally
hard
it's very hard. Yeah, I think it's just to
Because of
purely
continuity.
continuity to convince people that you're playing somebody older than your age
Yeah.
to come into a zone. Also, the narrative of the film is based on what this boy goes through.
Yeah.
You follow Jay. Whatever the audience knows, Jay knows.
But also to make it believable.
Yeah.
Because you're showing a love story over so many years.
Yeah.
You can't just, it's not a film where he
No,
meets
it's a-
me
I
in,
mean-
in a place
and
and
the
we have a
narrative
few
is not
dates and
straight.
we end up, he's gotta, if the body language between us two was not believable, then you're not gonna buy
That's the
it.
first
You're
thing
not
that I
gonna
could
buy
see
when
on the
you go into the
promo.
future.
And I have to really give hats off to you. It looks really like a fit.
Because the film starts when Nitya sets up, which I can
We've
say,
been
she
together
sets up the
since
film,
kids, since
showing them
childhood,
since
since
they're
childhood.
together since kids.
Yeah.
So that was actually the first thing she said, Nitya's director said in the workshops, is that if you've been together since kids, how are you going to be? Because you're not going to be frisky with each other. You've known each other
Comfort.
so long.
You almost
and
grew
the
up with that
comfort.
person and you were about to get married to that person and then
You had like
have your
1,700 crushes on her over and over again.
Again and again.
And then they come and go. So, you know, there's like this maturity that has to come.
Yeah.
The narration must have been a really strange one to receive. How did you
No,
understand?
she
it?
read out the script and
straight
I didn't know anything about the script and I was that time training for brothers and eating my meals as if when ki meko weight badhana hai, haan, bolo, bolo. That I'm
Oh,
eating,
so you
munching.
had that, come on my set and meet me while I'm
No,
eating.
no, I was in the office and I was munching there also. So I was, yes, and then
Yeah.
she's narrating, she's reading all that thing. So then I started guessing and I think it was the most thrilling love story that I read because of the journey. It had thrills in it, it was very entertaining, it was had great humor in a very subtle way.
And did you know
because
that
of
she
the
was in
journey.
it then?
No.
I wasn't in it then.
She wasn't signed up then. And I was pretty happy and excited by the end of the narration. I found it very difficult and challenging then also. Because once you see the narrative where you land up in a new place to always say convincingly or pretend convincingly that you've on this
Yeah,
journey.
especially the older
It's a
part.
make-believe journey.
Yeah,
right?
especially the older part. You know, you can end up doing too much or too little as an actor.
Correct.
Was
Correct,
that tough for you to figure
That was
out?
very tough. I think prosthetics have helped. We had a great team, Mark Julio from the UK, who aged us. They prepped us a year ago before shoot. They actually take pictures of our parents, which is really
Really?
interesting. Yeah, so, you know,
So this is pretty much how you will look like 20 years from now.
I mean, hopefully, I don't know. Let's see. I thought they did a great job. So they come up with those ideas and how to change your face and what to add and very subtle things. And I think they've done a great job. And it helped me to, whenever I used to look into the mirror, it really helps an actor to just suddenly get those subtle nuances of aging somebody. But I think that the trick in this was like, even if I'm 46, for example, in the film, in the journey in my head, I'm from the past.
Yeah, because you haven't really aged.
I've not really aged.
Yeah.
So we were always battling with that. Kya re, aisa karega, kya nahi karega? Or are we doing too much? Because actually he's not aged. So would he think like a 30-year-old but be in a 46-year-old man's body?
There's a lot of mathematics that goes into this performance as well. Yeah.
So it was very challenging, I feel. I think the most homework that I've done in any script.
It's about time you earn those crores that you're making. Anyway, was it an immediate yes when you were narrated?
By the end of the film, yes.
So when it started off, it was
When it started off, it was good. Somewhere in the middle, I actually Actually, I said no because I said, I'll tell you the reason why is because I felt this character was too much the kind of girl I don't get. Is a better way of putting it. But by the
which is like how?
Well, let's not go there. It's just there's a few things about him which are just very unlike me. And I was like, no, I'm looking for something more offbeat and more really maybe more unusual. But then I think also I had a very cliche vision of Dia. I had a very filmy vision of Dia. Sorry for the quotations. And I think by the end of it, the message was what moved me. I actually cried in the narration, which has only happened to me twice in my life.
Which is the other film?
One was in a film which never got made by that director, got made by another director, but it didn't get made by that director. And this is the other film that I cried in the narration. So after the film gets over, I've gone outside on Karan Johar's terrace, because it was narrated to me in his house, and I'm sobbing on the terrace, I'm like, wiping my eyes, and before Nitya sitting there in the room like, did I do something wrong? Is this a good thing?
Is
Or is it a
yes
bad, or is this
no?
frustration like, damn, I've just wasted
You're actually
my hours.
she's a tough person to read, yeah.
Yeah.
I think she does, yeah, man. So was it?
You know, I'm not.
Oh.
It's just people that just not. If you're interested, it's not. I disagree with you.
If you're interested, she's
no. If you're interested, no. It's very easy.
How can somebody not be interested
It's
in
very
what you're
easy.
saying?
Yeah, exactly.
It's
We're all ears
shocking.
and eyes
It's
and
shocking.
everything.
I agree with you, but no, there some people are not interested.
When you do a film like this, and there's so much that is riding on you guys right now. Now you cannot afford the film to fail also. Have you had to become thick-skinned beyond a point of time, especially says you? You've been in the news for everything from your hair color to where you've partied to a photograph to everything for the last 1 year for sure. Does there come a time, even though like I said, there's a little bit of you on social media, is that the reason why you've been able to stay away and stay sane?
No, I mean, it's not been 1 year for me. It's been, what, I don't know, however many
20.
years now. No, not 20.
10.
10, 11, whatever. So, you get used to it, yeah.
Yeah?
Get used to it.
But
now
It's
I'm
the
sure.
job, no? I mean, it's your job. If you're gonna put yourself on a big screen and ask hundreds of thousands or maybe millions, I'm not sure how it goes, of people to come in and buy tickets and see you, you can't then say, now don't look at me here and then don't look at me there and don't say this about me.
Do you keep those evil eyes at home?
Also, but her focus is so good at one point that she knows how to eliminate
Blinkers.
everything else.
Yeah, I do
blinkers
have the capacity to
So she's
put
looking
blinkers
at
on.
that point A, like she would not look at anything.
Yeah, just move. Like if there's some really, and in fact, I'm able to do it. The more difficult the things are around me, the more I can block it out.
So that helps. I think she's great at doing that.
Is that one of the seeks that you've taken off
Definitely.
the great Katrina Kaif?
Definitely her focus. Agar she's looking there,
I'm not sure
even then.
whether
and
it
in the
likes
song
me
is
or
very
doesn't
difficult to
like
sometimes.
me.
Listen, yeah.
No. And it's a good thing.
It's a given. Okay, let's just put a
thing.
given. Yeah, she has done what nobody could have ever done. You have paved the way for the world to want to come to Bollywood. Also, okay. So you're like the front runner in that. You'll go down the annals of history as that. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. That's at least I'm going down in history for something. That's good news. Good news.
And lots of other things as well. And I think one of the most chill. I mean, if I ever had coffee with a Bollywood actress who I feel would be able to have a conversation that would last more than 15 minutes, it would be you.
Wow.
Because that would be so much, it's so entertaining.
That's
A bit offensive to all the other actresses.
A bit offensive,
But
just
then
a
it's
bit.
fine. I'll wait.
This is going to be
I'll
edited
wait for
out.
the next interview.
This is going to be edited out.
No, we'll move back. Right. So when you're there, did she surprise you on set when she was performing?
Definitely, I think.
Yeah, I'd come behind him and go, boo.
That's like, no, stop.
Just
This is lack of sleep, I think, talking about
This is lack of
This is jet lagging.
This is jet lag.
This is jet lagging.
Very hardworking
Springing up
you.
on each other.
Yes.
But definitely, I think her quality of just focusing on one point and eliminating everything else. I think the way she still doesn't take her position for granted, which is very important. I think once you've been working for so many years, you tend to become little like, okay, I've done this before, and I know how it is done, and okay, I'll manage somehow. But not at all. She takes everything in a stride as if she's doing it for the first time. You know, it has to be done. She doesn't let go of a take if she's not happy.
So she decides? Does she
No,
decide?
in her closer. I'm saying in her closer. And she perform in dancing. I think she definitely, she puts in that hard work. And we all know she's an amazing dancer and performer. But I've seen her put in the number of hours. And though she
Did
has
you
a
think
little
that
problem
Kala
with-
Chashma would become so big?
No.
No?
I didn't
I
see
thought it
that.
was already big.
Yeah.
I had my challenge, I think what was challenging for us was to make people forget that
The
version
older one and think of
get
this,
this.
yeah.
Because I'd never seen it. It
You
didn't.
never grew up. We grew up like Delhi Hum Log, we've all heard
All
this,
of us, yeah.
I'd not heard the
that's what
song,
Yeah.
but it wasn't like, I mean, in fact, I'd heard it. It was so refresh in my memory as in the audio that I was like, are you sure this is the right thing to do? But I didn't have any visual associated with it, like strong. So I didn't.
Well,
I didn't think we were doing it anything like, oh my God, on the set. I just was like, yeah, it's another song.
Well,
There we
every
go.
second day, Karan reminds us how many million views we've had, which is so. What I love about Karan Johar also is how involved he gets. It's almost like he. I've seen that firsthand also. I think that's a very important part of making sure that it goes. Is he still somebody who your go-to person? Am I messing up? Or am I going straight?
No, definitely. He tells us as it is. Sometimes he tells us to improve certain things, or if something he doesn't like, or he feels that we should do a particular genre or improve in that. He's always there. I think he gives us a correct insight to what we're doing in our careers. And I think that's the way he is. Yeah, even on this tour, he just likes to take charge and be that older energy. And just
Older
like,
energy, did you just say
But
that?
he is.
Senior
He is
energy.
senior, older energy. He has that
Experienced
little
energy.
I'm
thing
going to keep
of,
all these
guys,
codes.
Yeah.
This is my ammunition.
ये सब ये clipping बनाने वाला है. Go back to his clipping of when he said the other actors cannot make conversation. Excuse me. I will use that one. So yeah, Karan being Karan, I think he was a great sport. You should see him perform. I think he was the highlight of the show.
Really?
To come in his entry and to perform, he did a solo act. He did a finale. And it was amazing.
He's robbing all of your limelight.
Yes, I think he just stole the show.
Katrina, now box office numbers always work on lots of people. Are you ever bothered by them?
Of course.
Yeah, are
Everyone
you
is
now-
always bothered by them.
Do you read trade magazines?
No, I don't need to read it. I can just ask someone. Everyone knows. You can ask anyone in your van, or anyone will know the question. Everyone
And
has.
now it's in the text
Now it takes
messages
you
come.
5 seconds to know. I mean, more or less. But yeah, of course, you're making films to be seen by people. You're not making films for empty cinema halls. No one's out there making a film saying, yeah, I hope it's just
No, a lot of people
nobody
say,
comes to
I just
see
want to
it.
make a good film. That's well appreciated.
If you're trying to make a good film, that's your best bet in having the box office numbers. That's the first step and the first most important thing you can do and towards the direction of trying to have box office numbers.
You know, Fitur was a film that I fell in love with the film for so long.
You and not many other people.
No, that's not true. That's not true. I think
You and my mom, and in fact, even my mom, she had issues because my mom is a great fan of the book, so she
I
great
wasn't reading the book.
expectations. So
I was-
my mom had some
the
issues.
chemistry
with the film.
between the two actors, I think, was wonderfully done. I think
Again, you and
yeah,
you and
45 crores in
two
US
other
box office.
people.
And you look wonderful in the film. Thank you so
No,
much guys
I did.
for joining me.
No, I did think it was a beautifully shot film. It was.
Yeah, it was actually.
But you know,
I
Great
love the way it
Expectations
looks.
always. It's been made 4 times, not in Hindi, but in different languages. It's always had an issue because it's just so tricky to get those dynamics right.
Just to put it in there, I also like how Baar Baar Dekho is shot.
Baar Baar Dekho is shot very nicely.
Ravi K.
It's a great film, actually.
Ravi K.
The one that we're talking about?
Really,
Yes,
really
exactly.
nice.
Instead of talking
But Ravi
about
K
other
sir
films,
is a more than just a shooting it to look nice. That's great and all, but he helps your
He was
performance.
a great asset, the amount of
great
experience that he
professional.
has.
People don't give enough credit to the DOP.
No, you know why?
No,
Because
it depends how involved he
never,
is. Like,
yeah,
he's
he's
very
never
involved.
giving himself. He's never taking time away from the actors on set.
No, he
he's
gives
never like,
correct
okay,
inputs,
that's it.
He'll
You know,
give
for lighting.
He'll slyly come and say, but in this scene, I thought if you've done this, that when I read it, you better hona chahiye tha. Because he has so much experience.
Acha, he's never done this for me.
Because
Some partiality, partiality happening on set here.
Also, I work with him as an assistant. He's thrown claps at me and screamed at me. So it was a very
that's
surreal
true.
experience to be shot by him now.
Man, you have some. We should write a book on you very soon. Also, thanks so much for joining, buddy.
Super.
And like I said, you got on the history.
Are you being told to cut this short? Because all of a sudden you've been very rude. He's like,
handshake
we're
is
going
having
blah, 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 blah. And he's like, okay, bye.
Ho gaya handshake.
Bye. Can you
So the
move
thing is-
off my couch?
Talk about, okay, one
Get off my
most important
couch.
question we have to talk about is hair color, which has gone down to his beard. ये कौन सा है रंग जो यहाँ से लेके यहाँ
Listen,
तक आ गया है?
you're all jealous people. It's burgundy.
It takes a lot of effort, guys. I want to tell all the boys to dye your beard. It takes a lot of effort, so
And
your
just
skin
so
doesn't
you know,
get colored.
Sadil, this is auburn.
Oh,
It's
whatever.
called
What is it
we,
called? I don't know that.
we started with one guy. Listen,
an
Katrina,
auburn?
say something nice. I've said so many nice things about you. I'm such a huge.
Okay, I'll tell you. I'll tell you something nice. I think this auburn hair color,
Yes.
which is matching down to your beard,
Yes.
is looking rather lovely.
Rather lovely.
Rather
There we
lovely.
go.
It
Matching
is.
down meaning is in
It's color coordinated.
color coordinated.
Just because you have one boring hair color in your head, don't go
He
after it.
actually has a
Actually, when I have some,
I'll
I
make
have
sure you're
some
in
streaks
Student
like
of the
that.
Year part
Your
2.
eyes are-
And I will put in a
Detailed.
word with Puneet Malhotra to make you a
Detailed.
teacher in Student of the Year part 2.
He's been part of that kind. But I'm already playing a professor here, guys. Anyway,
No, but yeah, we'll make sure that he gets a permanent role in that.
Yeah.
Actually, we put that to poll. Should he be in Student of the Year part 2 as a teacher to Tiger Shroff?
No.
Thanks so much for joining me, buddy.
No,
it was
is the
lovely.
answer.
And thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Like I said, this film, half the audience comes in to look at you all, and you all just have to perform a little bit and it'll make a lot of money.
Acha.
I'm sure you all will.
God
Till the
bless.
next time, bye-bye and take care. Bye-bye.